So good morning once again, everybody. Welcome back. Today we are gonna learn the poem "The Twins." Before starting the poem, I would like to tell you something about the difficult words. We don't have more difficult words actually, but whatever I feel, I have written that stanza wise on a board. So I request you to please see this one first. Stanza first, we have three words. Limb. That is one word is used in very first line of the poem. That is the meaning of limb is in English parts of body. त्याला मराठीमध्ये आपण अवयव शरीराचे भाग हात पाय डोळे डोकं हे सगळे. स्टँडर्ड फर्स्ट मध्ये देयर इज अनदर वर्ड फोक्स. फोक्स अर्थ असतो द मीनिंग ऑफ फोक्स इन इंग्लिश इज कॉमन पीपल. कोणीही लोक जे आपण एक लोक म्हणून याला संबोधतो. In standard first we have third number difficult word that is fearful. Already you know the meaning, but here it is used in the poem as cowardly. Coward. भीतीदायक या अर्थानं तो वापरलेला आहे. Stanza second we have two difficult words. Worse. W-O-R-S-E. Bad, worse, worst. म्हणजेच तो बॅडचा कंपॅरेटिव्ह फॉर्म आहे. त्याचा सुपरलेटिव्ह फॉर्म असतो वर्स्ट. तर वर्स्टचा अर्थ म्हणजे जास्त वाईट. बॅड वाईट, वर्स्ट जास्त वाईट, वर्स्ट खूपच वाईट. सेकंड वर्ड वी हॅव इन स्टँडर्ड नंबर सेकंड मॅटर. आपण अनेक वेळा तो शब्द ऐकतो. इट इज नॉट युअर मॅटर. डोंट कम इन माय मॅटर. मॅटर म्हणजे एखादी वस्तू किंवा एखादं प्रकरण सब्जेक्ट. तर एखादं प्रकरण किंवा विषय आपल्याला वापरलेला आहे. Standard number 3 we have two difficult words. One is likeness. Likeness, aliveness. Likeness आणि aliveness हे दोन्ही एकच आहे. त्याचा अर्थ असतो एकदम सारखे दिसणाऱ्या दोन गोष्टी. म्हणजेच त्याचा सारखेपणा ह्या अर्थाने आपण वापरतो. Fruitlessly चा अर्थ आहे unproductively. म्हणजे निरर्थकपणे त्याचा काहीही म्हणजे परिणाम होणार नाही त्या गोष्टीचा करून. Stanza number 4 we have three difficult words. Resemblance. R-E-S-E-M-B-L-A-N-C-E. Resemblance अर्थ असतो एकदम सारखे. It resembles. You both resemble each other. म्हणजे तुम्ही दोघं एकमेकांसारखेच दिसता. Resemble, similarity अशा अर्थाने आलेला आहे तो सारखेपणा. Same we have here एक सारखेपणा ह्या अर्थाचा तो शब्द आहे. Domestic. In stanza number 4 we have domestic. Domestic means homely. Of whom? घरगुती जीवन, घरगुती domestic life, domestic animals, domestic needs. Absurd चा अर्थ असतो laughable. इथे स्ट्रेंज व्हायला पाहिजे पण आपल्या पोएम मध्ये laughable आहे. हास्यास्पद असा त्याचा अर्थ होईल. So this is all about your difficult words. While taking stanza, if you come across any difficult words, so please I request you to have a look and check it out. Okay, come to this point. I have written one thing here. Lust, L-U-S-T, lust for life. That is the name of the book. I have already told you and suggested you so many things. This time I am suggesting you another book to read, which is written by Irving Stone. Irving Stone यांनी लिहिलेली Lust for Life. आत्ताच नाही, 10वी झाल्यानंतर. When you finish your 10th standard, you will have a plenty of time. What will you do? Do this. Read the book. So this one another book add in your list. Okay, so what we have the twins. जुळे भाऊ असं त्याचा अर्थ होईल. The twins, what do we have in poem and what are we going to learn? So in general I will tell you something about the poem and its general idea. Poet, who is the speaker in the poem, himself is talking about the strange and difficulties and problems and absurdity and so many bad things in the life because of being a twins. His brother and the poet, both of them resemble each other. Both of them are similar. They look like very the same each other. So what kind of problem can be faced in life if we have twins? So as a twin, one of the twins, poet is sharing his life and absurdity and fun and difficulties with us. being twins. I would like to tell you one thing before starting the point. Here are two pictures on page number 58. There are two pictures, everybody. One picture is of a pink t-shirt. So we will give the name to that pink t-shirt. Poet. His name is Henry. And another blue t-shirt. We will give the name to the blue t-shirt. His brother. His name is John. So both of them are brothers, and they look like same. They are twin. Identically, they are twins. They look same, too much same. And what kind of trouble and problem can be faced in the life? So this is what about we will learn in a poem. कवितेमध्ये जे पोएट आहेत, कवी आहेत हेनरी सॅमब्रोक लेइग यांनी जुळे भाऊ असताना जीवनामध्ये काय काय घडतं आणि कोणत्या गोष्टीला समोर जावं लागतं, काय जे मजा असते आणि दुसरी गोष्ट म्हणजे अडचणी सुद्धा फेस कराव्या लागतात, ह्या गोष्टी शेअर केलेल्या आहेत. Then, before starting our poem, I request you to please come on page number 57. That is warming up. 57. So, the very first chit chat we have, and green color box. The very first question: two babies born at the same time are called twins. जेव्हा दोन मुले एका सोबत जन्म घेतात आणि ते एका सारखेच असतात, स्वभावानं, शरीरानं, दिसण्यानं, वाचण्यानं सगळ्याच गोष्टी त्यांच्या सारख्या असतात. त्यांना आपण ट्विन्स म्हणतो. वी कॉल देम इन इंग्लिश ट्विन्स. गेस अँड शेअर हू आर. आणि काही काही शब्द दिलेले आहेत, त्यांचा गेस करायचा की त्यांना काय म्हणायचं. दोन असले तर ट्विन्स. मग तीन जर मुलं जन्माला आली एका सारखीच, 4, 5 असं होत नाही, पण असली तर त्यांना काय म्हणायचं. तीन जर असली तर ट्रिपलेट्स, आणि 4 जर जुळे असतील, 2-2 भाऊ तर किंवा 2-2 बहिणी, क्वाड्रप्लेट्स. आणि जर 5 असतील तर क्विंटिप्लेट्स. हे त्यांचे शब्द आहेत. 3 जर जुळे असतील तर त्यांना ट्रिपलेट्स म्हणतात. 4 जर जुळे असतील तर त्यांना क्वाड्रप्लेट्स, आणि 5 जर असतील तर क्विंटिप्लेट्स. ओके, हे झालं जुळ्यांच्या बद्दल. आता प्लीज कम डाउन ऑन पेज नंबर 57 into blue box. Second number question is there, collocation. That question is about collocation. Means the word of English can be used with a very means two words always can be used with each other. तर दोन शब्द एकमेकांसोबत नेहमी वापरले जातात इंग्रजीमध्ये, त्याला कोलोकेशन असं म्हणतात. त्यांनी खाली काही शब्द दिलेले आहेत. ए ॲब्सोल्युटली सोबत नेसेसरी जास्त वापरतात. सो नेसेसरी विल कम देयर. बी कॅनॉट अफोर्ड. कॅनॉट हा शब्द त्यांना तिथे स्पेस दिलेला नाहीये. कॅनॉटला स्पेस देता येत नाही. कॅनॉट हा शब्द व्हेनेवर वी राईट कॅन अँड नॉट, सो दिस इज रॉंग बिकॉज इन इंग्लिश कॅन अँड नॉट आर रिटन इन वन. दे डोंट गिव स्पेस इन इट, सो दॅट्स व्हाय इट इज रिटन देयर. कॅनॉटच्या सोबत मीन्स अलॉंग विथ कॅनॉट वी हॅव टू यूज afford. Cannot afford. I cannot afford this luxury life. Job. Along with job, always we use interview. Job interview. I have a job interview today. Give me best. E. Pass. Always we use time along with that word. Pass time. F. Accept role. Along with accept, most of the time people use role. R-O-L-E. Accept your role as a member of a family and behave like that in that way. G. Early morning. I must get up early in the morning at 10 o'clock. Okay. G. Early morning. H. Catch a cold. Most of the time we use along with diseases of kind of things like cold or this catch a fever. So catch a cold. I. Leading. Defeat. DEFEAT. Joint owners, joint accountant. In that way we use it. Okay, please come down on question number 3 on the same page number 57. Question number 3 I am talking about. We have few sentences given there, and we have to use some words which is given downside of the question into the bracket to make it hyperbole. अतिशयोक्ती दाखवणारे वाक्य तयार करायचे की जगातल्या सगळ्या समुद्राचं पाणी तुझ्या हातावरचं रक्त धुवू शकत नाही, असं होत नाही. पण हे बोलण्याच्या पद्धती असतात, त्याला हायपरबोल, एक्झॅगरेशन. तर ए शी वेप्ट, तिथे आपल्याला लिहावं लागेल an ocean of tears. सगळं समुद्राचं पाणी भरून जाईल एवढं ती रडली. Is she woman or something else? पण ते बोलण्याच्या पद्धती असतात. This is the beautiful way of writing something. B. The hungry man ate a ton of food. Then outside C, he runs faster than a horse or cheetah. Horse किंवा cheetah दोन्हीपैकी एक, पण इथे horse दिलेला आहे, horse नाही. Then brr, I am freezing to like that. Death. D-E-A-T-H, death. E, I shall come over in just a second. आपण नेहमी म्हणतो एक सेकंदामध्ये आलो. सेकंड बोलताना चुकून जातो, तसं होत नाही. ते अतिशयोक्ती आहे, जे कधीच शक्य होऊ शकत नाही. That is called exaggeration in English. So this is all about your page number 57. So come on, we start our poem right now. Stanza wise I will go. If you come across any difficult word, so please check it out. Then your very first stanza, everybody, on page number 58. Informant feature, meaning is given next to it. Informant feature, face and limb. Where is limb? Okay, very first one. Informant feature, face and limb. I grew so like my brother that folks got taking me for him and each for one another. It puzzled all our kith and kin. It reached a fearful pitch. For one of us was born a twin, yet not a soul knew which. What do we have? Before going into the stanza and its meaning, I would like to tell you, take your pencil and write in front of first line, alliteration. That is the example of alliteration. Downside second line, what is the example of alliteration? In form and future, face and limb. In front of it, write alliteration. A-L-L-I-T-E-R-A-T-I-O-N. Downside second number line of first stanza. I grew so like my brother. That is example of pun. These are figures of speeches. Pun, P-U and pun. Then third number line of very first stanza. The folks got taking me for him. That is also example of pun, P-U-N. Then then line number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Line number 5, it puzzled all our kith and kin, alliteration. And line number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Line number 6, it reached a fearful pitch. That is the example of hyperbole. H-Y-P-E-R-B-O-L-E, hyperbole. अतिशयोक्तीचं तो उदाहरण आहे. Okay, so already I read the very first stanza. What do we have in the very first stanza? We see poet who is the speaker in the poem is talking about himself or talking about the difficulties and problems and so many absurdities which happen in his life or he has been facing throughout all his life. What kind of absurdity? He will discuss in the rest of the stanzas. Before that, at another point, he is talking about the similarity between his brother and himself, being the twins. If two brothers are the same or they resemble each other, so what kind of similarity between they have? Their face, their eyes, nose, behavior, styles, part of the body, hairstyles and clothes, everything, even the choices are the same. Between who? Between Harry, who is the poet, and John, who is, yes, the brother of the poet. So these things are similar between both of them. Again, he talks about so many confusion and disturbance and absurdity and hilarious things happen in his life due to being twins. Both of them look so much alike each other. There is no more differences between writer, poet and his brother. So most of the time, not only the family, relatives, friends, but also the teachers and neighbors and so many people get confused to identify who is the Henry, who is the poet, who is the John, who is the brother of poet. So this thing happened in the life of the poet, and this is what poet is talking about. From now on, poet is revealing so many difficulties and problems what happens when you are twin or look each other very same. It is really very interesting, you know. And poet is talking here in the first stanza that if you are a twin, if you brother or sisters are same, exactly same, it is really very enjoyable for the people to see it. People enjoy it. People got shocked. People are surprised. This is very good for the people to see two common people, means two individual as a same. But it is really very difficult to live life as a two people together, because so many times family can be mistaken, people can be mistaken, and one problem leads to another problem, and there can be and he says you cannot prove that who you are and who is the another one. So that is the problem and difficult poet wants to share. So this is about first stanza. पहिल्या कडव्यामध्ये कवितेच्या कवीनं ज्याचं नाव हेनरी आहे, कवी स्वतः सांगतात की त्याचा भाऊ कवीचा भाऊ जो आहे ब्रदर जॉन आणि कवी हे दोन्हीही एकासारखे आहेत. फक्त एकासारखेच नाही तर त्यांचे हावभाव, त्यांचं दिसणं, त्यांच्या चेहऱ्यावरचे हावभाव, त्यांचे डोळे, नाक, चेहरा, त्यांचे शरीराचे अवयव, त्यांची केस, कपडे घालण्याची स्टाईल, बोलण्याची पद्धत सगळं काही सारखं आहे, म्हणून ते जुळे आहे. आणि मग ते असंच वाहणार आहे सोबत. मग अशा वेळेस ते पुढे सांगतात की जेव्हा असे दोन जुळे घरी असतात त्यावेळेस काय अडचणी फेस कराव्या लागतात. एकतर घरच्यांना, परत नातेवाईकांना कळत आहे की कोण कोण आहे, कोण ए आहे आणि कोण बी आहे, कोण कवी आहे आणि कवीचा भाऊ कोण आहे, कारण दोन्ही सारखे आहे. किंबहुना कपड्यावर आपल्याला समजू शकतं, पण जे त्यांच्या सोबत नेहमी राहतात त्यांनाच ते समजेल. नवीन माणसं जर असतील तर बाहेरचे लोक असतील, टीचर्स असतील, फ्रेंड्स असतील, तर त्यांना अडचण होईल, ते समजू शकणार नाही. अगेन तो म्हणतो की पुढे कवींचं असं म्हणणं आहे की जुळे लोक जे असतात, घरी जे दोन मुलं किंवा बाळा असतात सारखे, त्यांना पाहण्याची मजा लोकांना खूप येते. लोकांना एक चांगलं किंवा एक आश्चर्य वाटतं की अरे दोन्ही माणसं सारखी आहेत. लोक पाहतात, त्यांना आवडतं, पण जे जगतात जुळे म्हणून त्यांच्यासाठी ते खूप डिफिकल्ट आहे. हे सगळं लेखक म्हणजे कवीनं पहिल्या स्टांजामध्ये सांगितलेलं आहे. जम्प ऑन सेकंड स्टांजा प्लीज. इफ यू कम अक्रॉस एनी डिफिकल्ट वन यू हॅव हिअर. इथं फॉर्म अँड फीचर हा एक शब्द आलेला आहे. द मीनिंग इज गिवन देअर इन इंग्लिश की थिंकिंग रिलेटिव्ह सिबलिंग्स ऑल मामा, काका, काकी, भाऊ, भावंड सगळे. सेकंड नंबर स्टांजा. देन page number 58 of your textbook. One day, to make the matter worse, before our names were fixed, as we were being washed by nurse, we got completely mixed, and thus, you see, by fate's decree, or rather nurse me, my brother John got Christian me, and I got Christian him. Christian चा अर्थ दिलेला आहे. बाळाचं नामकरण करतो आपण, त्याला त्या सेरेमनीला ख्रिश्चन म्हणतात. सो इन द सेकंड स्टांजा पोएट इज टॉकिंग अबाउट अ व्हेरी हॉरिबल अँड व्हेरी वर्स्ट अँड डेंजरस मॅटर व्हॉट हॅपन इन हिज लाईफ व्हेन ही वॉज लिटल बिट यंग along with his brother. What happened? You know, whenever that kind of a ceremony was taken place, was being held in the family of the poet Henry. And it was the ceremony to fix the name of both of the brothers. Family was going to give the name to the poet and his brother, but both of them were same. And before starting the program, the nurse, means the maid Aya, who could be there, she gave them a very good bath and keep them. But what happened, due to their very resemblances, due to their very likeness, दोन्ही जण एका सारखे दिसतात म्हणून she was absolutely confused and she mixed both of them. Though the number was, the first number was of a poet, instead of poet, his brother had been picked up by the nurse and she took him. So the name which was decided to give to the poet had been given to the poet's brother. So the name of the poet is Henry, which was supposed to give to his brother, and the name of John, which is the name of his brother, poet's brother, is supposed to give to the poet, but somehow it mixed or it changed their name. Why? Poet says you can say two things. One, the confusion and the disturbance condition of maid or nurse because she could not differentiate between them, or you can say the fate. तुम्ही जसं कवी सांगतात की एक प्रकरण त्यांच्या जीवनामध्ये खूप भयंकर प्रकार घडलेला आहे जेव्हा ते खूप लहान होते आणि त्यांना त्यांचं नामकरणाचा कार्यक्रम घरी होणार होता. त्यापूर्वी त्यांच्या घरी जी नर्स होती तिने त्या दोघा भावांना आंघोळ वगैरे करून मस्त ठेवून दिलं. दोन्ही भाऊ एकासारखे दिसत आहेत, दोन्ही भाऊ एकासारखेच आहेत म्हणून नर्स हे समजू शकली नाही की कोणाला न्यायचं. खरं तर तिला कवीला न्यायचं होतं आधी, कारण कवीचं नाव होतं जॉन आणि त्याला ते नाव द्यायचं होतं. परंतु कवीच्या भावाला घेऊन जाण्यात आलं बाय मिस्टेक आणि म्हणून कवीचं नाव कवीच्या भावाला गेलं आणि कवीच्या भावाचं नाव कवीला. दॅट इज द कन्फ्युजन विच हॅपन्ड अँड दिस इज वन ऑफ द स्ट्रेच. सो दिस इज one of the difficulties and problems that poet has faced in his life for the sake of or being identical twins, being resemblance to each other. In third stanza, page number 58 of your textbook, the fraternal likeness even dogged my footsteps when at school, and I was always getting flogged for John turned out of a fool. I put this question fruitlessly to everyone I knew. What would you do if you were me to prove that you were you? In the third stanza, that is very absolutely good because in the third stanza, speaker, the poet himself shares his one of the experiences of school life. Whenever both of them, the brother and poet, both of them were in a school. So what happened there? Most of the time, poet's brother Henry, he would play mischief, he would do bad things, and he would make lots of mess into the school with the friends and teachers and all. But unfortunately, most of the people or mates or classmates or friends or teachers could not make difference between writer and his friend. So in place of his friend, his brother, in place of poet's brother, teacher, friends used to pick up poet and give him a beating, give him punishment. It means in generally, poet used to get all the time punishment because of his brother. Why? Because both of them were the same. People could not. You were there, come here, get beating, and just punishment. Teacher used to say, go and stand there. And what was the reason? Because poet's brother used to do something wrong. So this was the another problem poet has shared with us in third stanza. तिसऱ्या स्टांजामध्ये कवीनं आपल्या शालेय जीवनाचा एक अनुभव व्यक्त केलेला आहे की त्यांना कोणत्या अडचणी फेस कराव्या लागलेल्या आहेत. एक लहानपणीची अडचण त्यांनी सेकंड स्टांजामध्ये सांगितली, कारण ते जुळे असल्यामुळे काय काय अडचणी असू शकतात. अँड इन थर्ड स्टांजा, तिसऱ्या स्टांजामध्ये ते सांगतात की जेव्हा दोन्ही जुळे भाऊ शाळेत गेलो त्यावेळेस नेहमी माझा जो भाऊ होता, कवी म्हणतात त्याचं नाव आहे जॉन आहे, तर तो नेहमी खोड्या करायचा आणि काहीतरी अशी गोष्टी करायच्या ज्याच्यामुळे त्याला शिक्षा भेटायला पाहिजे, तर तो करायचा आणि शिक्षा मला द्यायची. मित्र असतील, शिक्षक असतील, मला मारायची, मला बीटिंग भेटायची. तर त्याच्या भावाच्या ऐवजी पोएटला सगळ्या गोष्टी फेस कराव्या लागल्या. का? कारण तो जुळा भाऊ होता आणि लोकांना समजत नव्हतं की कवी कोण आहे आणि कवीचा भाऊ कोण आहे. So this is all about your third stanza. Page number 59, we have 4 stanzas of the poem. Page number 59, we have the last stanza. Before starting the last stanza, let me tell you something about it. Last stanza has nothing to do with the real life. It never happens. This is one of the types of exaggeration. Exaggeration. What is meant by exaggeration? Exaggerate. एक्झॅगरेशन. एक्झॅगरेशनचा अर्थ असतो अतिशयोक्ती, म्हणजे हायपरबोल. ज्या गोष्टी खऱ्या कधीच होऊ शकत नाही त्या व्यक्त करणे म्हणजे एक्झॅगरेशन आहे. सो द लास्ट स्टांजा इज अबाउट एक्झॅगरेशन. अँड सेकंड थिंग, पोएट वॉन्ट्स टू गिव्ह मोर ह्युमर अँड हिलरियस वे अँड कॉमेडी अँड सटायर टू द पोएम, अँड poem must look like a comedy. So that's why the fourth stanza is added. But it has nothing to do with the real life. So take it light, guys. Number 4 stanza, page number 59. Our close resemblance turned the tide of my domestic life, for somehow my intended bride Noli, become my brother's wife. In fact, year after year, the same absurd mistakes went on. And when I died, the neighbors came and buried Brother John. So, fourth number stanza, poet is sharing one of the worst experiences of the life, being twin, because both of the brothers were living together and both of them were same. Even their behavior, styles, and talking and eating and all the things were same. So most of the time, what happens? Instead of writer's brother, Miss Poet's brother, people used to take poet. So what happened? And actually, before what happened? Poet was young along with his brother, and both of them were going to marry. But somehow, the girl who is going to marry to poet, or a girl who is going to be wife of poet, mistakenly she became the wife of his brother. How? Poet says it may be mistakenly. She might assume that the person who is getting married to her may be the poet. So in that way, the confusion was there in the life. Throughout the whole life, whatever life he has lived, poet has lived in a family life or all social life, he had a problem, but in family also too. Then second problems which he had faced, that is whenever poet had died. At the last, poet had died, and in place of his dead body, neighbor and all the people took his brother and buried him. बरी पूर्ण त्याच्या भावाला बोल. तर जो स्टांजा आहे शेवटचा हा वास्तविक जीवनाशी रिलेटेड नाहीये. कवितेमध्ये थोडासा एक म्हणजे आनंद यायला पाहिजे, वाचताना थोडंसं एक चित्रपणा वाटला पाहिजे आणि एक कॉमेडी क्रिएट झाली पाहिजे, म्हणून कवीने ते एक स्टांजा ॲड केलेला आहे. त्याचं वास्तविक जीवनाशी संबंध असतं, त्याला एक्झॅगरेशन किंवा हायपरबोल असं सुद्धा म्हणू शकतो. इन फोर्थ स्टांजा, चौथ्या स्टांजामध्ये कवी सांगतात की जीवनामध्ये घरगुती जीवन जगत असताना सुद्धा मला खूप अडचणी फेस कराव्या लागल्या, कारण माझा भाऊ माझ्यासारखा दिसत होता. एक्झॅक्टली जेव्हा ते लग्न करणार होते दोन्ही भाऊ, तर प्रॉब्लेम असा झाला की जी मुलगी कवीशी लग्न करणार होती ती त्याच्या भावाशी तिचं लग्न झालं, कारण त्या दोघांमध्ये डिफरन्स तिला कळाला नाही, असं कवीचं म्हणणं आहे. असं होत नाही. इट नेवर हॅपन्स इन रिअल लाईफ, बिकॉज वी आर दॅट मच क्वाईट मॅच्युअर and we respect our brothers and sisters. So this is exaggeration and extra comedy or hilarious way to write the poem. So don't take it serious. Second thing, कवी म्हणतात की शेवटी जेव्हा मी मेलो, कवी स्वतः म्हणतात की जेव्हा मी मेलो त्यावेळेस बाजू आजूबाजूच्या लोकांनी काय केलं की माझा भाऊ माझ्यासारखा दिसत होता म्हणून माझ्या भावाला घेतला आणि पुरून टाकला. So this is all about the humorous way. We don't have more thing in the poem. In general, what are the difficulties and problems one person can face throughout the life, socially and domestically or homely, and what type of situation can be occurred in the life. So these types of problems are shared with you through the hilarious and comic and comedy poem. So take it as a comedy only. The fourth stanza is not that much, it is fictional. So this is all about your poem. एक जुळे भाऊ असताना जेव्हा किंवा जुळे जे भाऊ बहीण असतात त्यांच्या जीवनामध्ये काय काय गोष्टी घडत असतात आणि ते कसे समोरे जातात त्या प्रॉब्लेमला, मग तो सामाजिक स्तरला असेल किंवा मग तो घरगुतीमध्ये असेल, तर कोणत्या जीवनामध्ये अडचणी आहेत ते त्यांनी शेअर केलेलं आहे एका वेगळ्या आनंदमय आणि एका वेगळ्या पद्धतीने. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट युअर पोएम. बिफोर गोइंग अहेड, आय वुड लाईक यू टू कम ऑन पेज नंबर 58. We have some questions there. In what aspects were the brothers like each other? कोणत्या गोष्टींमध्ये दोन्ही भावामध्ये समानता होती? तर इन फॉर्म ऑफ फीचर्स, आन्सर वुड बी इन फॉर्म ऑफ फीचर्स, फेस अँड लिम्स. बोथ ऑफ द ब्रदर वेअर सिमिलर, म्हणजे त्यांचा हावभाव, खाणं पिणं, शरीराचे अवयव, हेअरस्टाईल, कपडे घालण्याची पद्धत सगळी सारखी होती. डाऊन साईड, पेज नंबर 58, डाऊन साईड. व्हॉट नेम डिड द स्पीकर गेट? स्पीकर म्हणजे कवीला कोणतं नाव मिळालं? द स्पीकर गॉट हिज ब्रदर्स नेम हेनरी, कारण तो नाव त्याच्या भावाला दिला जाणार होता. देन पेज नंबर 58, द लास्ट क्वेश्चन वी हॅव, हाऊ डिड द स्पीकर सफर ॲट स्कूल? शाळेमध्ये लेखकाला कोणकोणत्या अडचणी, म्हणजे कवीला कोणकोणत्या अडचणी फेस कराव्या लागल्या? त्याच्यामध्ये त्याचं उत्तर असं होईल, द स्पीकर गॉट पनिशमेंट इन स्कूल बिकॉज ऑफ हिज ब्रदर्स ॲक्शन्स, किंवा poet got beating because of his brother's wrongdoing or wrong deed. Page number 59. One question we have. What is impossible in the last two lines? शेवटचे जे स्टांजे दिलेले आहेत त्याच्यामध्ये दोन लाईन जे शेवटचे आहेत त्याच्यामध्ये काय अशक्य गोष्टी दिलेल्या आहेत. It is impossible for the neighbors to bury, it is impossible to bury the poet's brother in place of poet. Second, it is impossible to marry brother's wife to another brother. So these impossible things are mentioned, and that's why it is called exaggeration. Downside English worksheet we have, page number 59, everybody. Okay. Rewrite with the mistakes in the speaker's life in their proper order. Some sentences are there, they are misplaced. We have to keep them in proper order. So the A will be third, B will be fifth, C will be fourth, D will be first, and E will be second, and F will be, that, the last number. Downside question number second, we have pick out 4 situations in the lives of the twins which are too absurd and senseless to believe. दोन कोणत्याही अशा सिच्युएशन्स निवडायच्या की जे जुळ्या भावामध्ये किंवा बहिणीमध्ये जेव्हा माणसामध्ये जे खूपच हास्यास्पद आहे. It is for your homework. You can pick up any 2 things from the poem and write them. Question number third A, complete the wave diagram on page number 59. Poet uses humor too. तिथे 2 पॉइंट दिलेले आहेत. ह्युमर किंवा विनोद निर्माण करण्यासाठी कवी ह्या गोष्टी उपयोग करतात ह्या गोष्टींचा. त्याच्यामध्ये 2 दिले, क्रिएट लाफ्टर, रिड्यूस बोर्डम. मग आता क्रिएट लाफ्टरच्या नंतर आपल्याला लिहायचं आहे गिव्ह पोएटिक इफेक्ट. त्याच्यानंतर आहे क्रिएट राइम्स सुद्धा क्रिएट करतात वेगवेगळे. मेक इट एन्जॉयबल and make it light-hearted. This all poem is very light-hearted, so take it light-hearted only, don't take it serious. B, write any 2 lines from the poem that you find most humorous. कोणतेही 2 लाईन असे निवडायचे पोएमचे की जे खूपच हास्यास्पद आहे, आपल्याला खूप हसू येतो. तर पहिली लाईन अशी होईल, फॉर समहाउ माय इंटेंडेड वाईफ बिकेम माय ब्रदर्स वाईफ. आणि सेकंड लाईन होईल, अँड व्हेन आय डाइड द नेबर्स केम अँड बरीड माय ब्रदर जॉन. Page number 60 of your textbook. Question number 4, pick out lines that contain. आता अशी लाईन्स कंटेन करायची की जे एलिट्रेशन मध्ये आहे, पून मध्ये आहे, हायपरबोल मध्ये आहे. आपण ऑलरेडी तिथे लिहिलेले आहे. तर एलिट्रेशनचं हायपरबोलचं लिहिलेलं आहे. सो यू पिक अप दॅट लाईन फ्रॉम द पोएम अँड राईट इन देअर. दॅट इज युअर होमवर्क. Question number 5, pick out from the poem sets of words that generally go together. 2 शब्द एकासोबत वापरले आहेत, किटन, किंड. तसे शब्द निवडायचे आहेत. तर त्याच्यामध्ये फॉर्म अँड फीचर, अँड अगेन फेटल लाइकनेस, टर्न अँड टाइड, that type of words will come there. Then question number 6, write in your notebook summary लिहायची आहे. summary कशी लिहिणार? essay type. You will write like essay. The poem is hilarious and so light-hearted, comic, and so satire can be seen in the poem. Poet who is the speaker in the poem who is talking about difficulties and problems he has faced in his life because of one of the twins, and what kind of problems are there you can mention the same way. So that is you will write. Write an appreciation of the poem. Appreciation of the poem. First, title of the poem, the twins, name of the poet. You already have in your textbook. Henry Sandbrook Lake. Then central idea of the poem. Central idea of the poem, already whatever summary you will write, the same central idea will come. Central idea you can write in that way. The poem is about difficulties and problems have been faced by the twins. It is hilarious in a way, and there are so many problems that can be shared or that can be faced by the twins on different levels of the life. One of the problem which poet has faced, you can mention in that. What is the rhyming scheme of the poem? So the very first means first and second stanzas are A and B. Third and fourth stanzas are C and D. Why they are A, B and C, D? That we will discuss about each into grammar period. That depends on line, first line, second line, rhyming to third line or fourth line. So this is all about lines. So this is all about your poem. I hope you may have enjoyed it. Let me know and keep working on. Don't waste your time. Work hard, do well. All the best for you. Rest of the story. Day after tomorrow means we next lesson we have an epitome of courage. So I request you to read these all things, and thank you so much for being with me. See you next time.